Look over here.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
Oh, wow. Oh, oh, wow.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello.
Oh, hi. Oh, hello.
Oh.
We're feeling our oats today, that's all.
Yes, don't worry about
That's
it.
all. No. Hola, y bienvenidos a The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. And welcome to...
Look over here.
Our exclusive companion series, where we are diving into the looks from episode 3 of MorbiDrags, Reinas Malditas, season 1. I'm looking ready to say something gay. Gay, or the algo gay. Gay. I am drinking a little bit. I got a little bit of coffee left. I did go get it in the middle of the recap. If you have not checked out the recap, go do it. It's hazelnut vanilla today. Just a little classic, something simple. But I've also always got on hand my cup mug. LanaGCreations.etsy.com. Link to all of our merch down in the description below. Go check it out. It's real cute.
Yes.
It's only like 80 pesos, I think. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not expensive.
Yeah.
Unless shipping might be a little bit more expensive, but you know what? It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Mine may or may not be on the way. Who knows? We'll figure it out. Anyways. And hola, I am Eduardo, the Mexican representative of this podcast. I am here to talk shit and get hit. I have my water in my non-denominational water bottle, but I might or may not get my cup mug soon.
Mine in my very covered in stickers water bottle.
Yeah, mine is just black. But yeah, very excited to talk about this runway. It's wild. It's a wild run.
Very, very wild.
There are thoughts. I have thoughts. I think we both do. I'm curious to see
thoughts, opinions, feelings,
yeah.
All of that. And we are going to dive into that. Before we do, we've got some things to talk about. If you did not check out our recap where we talked about the full episode in its entirety, we gave some thoughts on the runway stuff, a little bit more than we usually do, but I actually kind of like the way we did it. So we talked about the challenge, the task, the lip sync for some reason. All of the things that we talked about in the recap, that link will be in the description below, available on the channel, so go check that out. Also, make sure to subscribe, like, share. Make sure to check out all of our channels because we're trying to get 1,000 new subscribers on all of our channels by the end of the year. All of your support means the absolute world to us. We're just a little old podcast trying to get by. All of the MorbiDrags support from the queens themselves, from MorbiDrags themselves, and from all of the fans has meant the absolute world to us. So thank you. We really, really do appreciate it. We don't get this kind of attention from all of the shows that we cover. So when we do get it, it does mean the world to us. So thank you so much. And make sure to check out the description below where you can find our audio podcasts. Like I said, our other YouTube channels, our Patreon, our social media, where you can find both of us on Instagram, as well as David. And social media, merch link, all that kind of stuff. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about our various hosting peoples and Psyckers and other individuals that are involved in things on this season. Yes, God.
You see, this is why I struggle to learn anybody's names, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 people just here in this one.
And one of them looks like it's just a torso, but in fact, I think it's Anyasik.
Yeah, it's just Anyasik, which, since he chose to wear the latex mask,
yes,
it blends into the background. So,
and I will say once again, Anyasik, if you are interested and available and speak English, hey.
Hello.
And or Rico, hey. And or most of the people on the show, if I'm being real honest with you. Yeah, good looking group of people.
Yes.
Rico, why we gotta do a straight jacket?
Yeah, it's just the most basic thing that you can do.
Yeah, it really is, unfortunately. Like I don't have much else
Like,
to say,
is it
personally.
awful? No, but like,
No, it's actually well styled, and I think he's
Yeah.
very stylish here. It's just it's a very overdone cliche kind of look for this for me
Mhm.
in the way that he's done it here. Is it fashion? Absolutely. I just wish he had stepped out of the box a little bit, but I do like all the black straps that are going on. I do think that adds an element of fashion to it, and I do like that.
Yeah, I agree.
And then we have our Holy Trinity, our guest judge, who the fuck is Anna Lou? And our...
I never met this woman in my life. I'm sorry to this woman.
Go check out the recap too, because we shaded Miss Anna Lou over there. No shade to you anymore, girl, because we shaded her too much. She's an ally over here. We like her a little bit.
Yeah, we like her.
The sweater she was wearing was cute.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, she served more of a look than any of our other guest judges have so far. So you know what? Work, Miss Anna Lou, sure. And then we have our conclave as well. I gotta be honest. Everyone looks great this week. Totally. Yeah. My standout actually is Paradox.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Like, Paradox came to play today.
Yeah, Paradox was like, y'all are not gonna just leave me in the background. I am gonna come here to eat.
Paradox. I love this. I love this. Love. Astra looks great. I love the all black ensemble. I do love that. Arcana looks lovely.
Yeah, of course.
Arcana looks lovely.
How does Kovac see out of that?
Baby, I don't think Kovac is seeing.
It's very possible. It gives me very much. What was that game with the dude that had
Minesweeper?
No, that's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of that horror game in which the dude has like a safe on his head, like a giant safe on his head. Like he has a giant.
I'm sorry, I'm the wrong person to be asking.
Damn, if you know what it is, tell it to me down in the description.
I'm like one of the Morbixes might know. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm the wrong person to ask. But...
Comment it down below. Shit, it reminds me of something. Anyways.
Midas looks nice and beefy here. I was happy to see it. Aradia looks fine.
I mean, I think this is very middle of the road for her because she's shown us that she can eat the girls up.
She's eaten the girls up the last couple of weeks. She needed a week off, and you know what? That's fine, girl. Do your thing.
Yeah, like out of all of the Holy Trinity, I think hers is my least favorite look.
I would agree. But
she still looks great. Yeah,
the headpiece is gorge. She looks put together and well done. So you know what? Work. But yeah, my standout here is Paradox.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Work, Paradox.
As you should. Slay.
Slay. So, Capitulo 3, Psyckers.
Yes.
So, that's the agenda. That's what we're doing here today.
That's what we're giving.
That's what we're giving.
Category
is Psyckers. And first up, again, can we let this girl go somewhere in the middle of the lineup? Damn, come on now, Miss Luxie Luú. She is representing schizophrenia. Yes.
Well, I think the performance of this was good. Yes. It was good. However, my issue with this is like the same issue that I had with Rico. It's just another straitjacket. And this is the most basic thing that you could have done, especially with schizophrenia. Like, it truly did feel like, I only have a straitjacket outfit. I'm just going to say that I am representing schizophrenia, and that's it. And I kind of did also agree with what Anna Lou was saying. Like, for schizophrenia, this look is just the most stereotypical thing that you could have done, to the point where it's kind of like not in the best taste, in my opinion. Like, I feel like there's a lot better ways to represent schizophrenia, and we see it in this episode, a lot better ways to
definitely do.
And it just brings it even more stigma against schizophrenia, which is, I think, one of the more stigmatized mental disorders that we have in the world. So it's unfortunate. I do think she looks good, but just so basic and so like overdone that it leaves me wanting more.
Yeah, I think where Luxie really shined this week was in the performance. So I'll save that. I want to talk about the look first. I don't think the look is absolutely abysmal.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's average for me here. This for me is part 2 of Mama, there's a sheet behind you.
Mama, there's a sheet behind you.
Mama, there's a sheet on you.
Mama, there's a sheet on the floor.
Mama, there's a sheet dragon behind you. Mama, there's a sheet dragon on your arms, Mama. I mean, here's the thing. It's a white dress with extra long sleeves and a boob harness and a belt corset and a frizzy black wig and some good makeup. I will say the makeup here is really good. And there she's giving the dimension, she's giving a little bit more dimension. The Conclave was asking for that over the last couple of weeks. I'm glad to see that. But Miss Mama, it was a little bit of it was a simpler look. I would have liked to see, a little bit more cinch in the waist. I would have liked to see, I do like the handprints all over the dress. I do think that, elevates the concept a little bit further. Where Miss Luxie shined for me in this week was the performance. I think for me personally, and I do agree that there was an element of disconnect as far as schizophrenia was concerned. I don't think she nailed the portrayal of the mental illness, but the performance that she did give, there was a dancer-like quality to it. There was a theatricality to the performance. Like for me, she got into the character. There was this haunting beauty about the way that she played this character. I was really entranced by Luxie here. I think she's one of the best actresses on this cast. 3 episodes in, I have been very impressed with Luxie every time we've seen her on the runway as far as her acting is concerned. The looks do need a little bit of elevation still, but the acting and the character portrayal has been spot on for me 3 episodes in. And that's the thing that I'm going to remember the most about Luxie coming out of this season if she keeps this up. So I was really impressed with that overall.
Yeah.
That's my girl. That's my girl. Scores.
65.
I don't know if you are, Eduardo. I'm judging it on the garment and the performance because performance was such a big part of this challenge for me, at least. So for me in this challenge in particular, I can't really take the performance out of it. So for me, the performance did elevate this a little bit. I am going to give Luxie a 72.
Okay. That's fair. David did give this a 69. Nice.
Fair enough. Oh boy, here we are. Next up, we have C-Facto, who is representing. How exactly would you put
I wrote it down as clerical pedophilia.
Okay, that's, I guess, the right way to put it then.
Yes. So, this one is a tough one, right? Because the subject in and of itself is very, very touchy, right?
It is indeed, yep.
Yes. Because in and of itself, touching on pedophilia is already risky, and I do think that it is fair to do a pedophilia look when it comes to psychological and mental issues, because I do think that it is a mental issue that is
Yes.
also like fucked up and wrong. And
Mhm.
so it makes sense why C-Facto chose to do this in my
Yes.
point of view. And I do think that it's very clear to me that she is speaking from experience, unfortunately, in this scenario.
Yes.
That she is,
As we talked about in the recap, learning from
uh-huh,
her Instagram post. If you haven't checked out her Instagram
yes.
post, I would recommend go do that.
Yes, but even before that, it's very clear that this is a sensitive subject and that it's a subject close to her heart. And I think the way that she presented it was really disturbing and really like it gave me the ick. It made me feel gross and disgusting, which is exactly what it should do. This is exactly what I should be feeling when this kind of look comes out into the runway. I should be feeling uncomfortable. I should be feeling disgusted. I should be feeling like I want to get away from it, which is exactly what C-Facto got out of me, which I think made this look work. This look, it's effective. It's effective, and although it is uncomfortable, that is exactly what it's going for, and therefore I
Yeah.
give C-Facto props for that because
Yeah.
like touching on such a sensitive subject that a lot of us are uncomfortable talking about because we've lived it or we are aware of people that have lived it, especially here in Mexico, which like the church is such a huge thing. I really, really give props to C-Facto for doing this in front of like an audience and throwing it out into the internet. So I think C-Facto did a really good job here.
Yeah, I mean it's an interesting topic to bring up. I give them nothing but respect for bringing it up because it is not an easy thing to do. Obviously, as I said when we talked about it, I had an inclination that there was some sort of personal connection to the subject matter. Otherwise, it not that it didn't make sense to do, but it, like Anna Lou said, and again, she has her own personal experience with it that I do understand, and respect, obviously. It would have made less sense if C-Facto had no experience with it. That's how I'll say that statement. I agree with you completely. I think the performance of it was completely disturbing. Obviously pulls from very personal matters. I was disturbed the entire time, and I found it incredibly effective. I enjoyed this performance for the fact that it absolutely disturbed the hell out of me.
Yeah.
And I know not everyone is going to feel that way, and I respect every single person's opinion on this performance. I do. I get it. I don't have personal experience with this subject matter or with any of this, thankfully. I understand and I know people that do. I don't wish that on anybody. I don't. I am happy that C-Facto felt comfortable enough to display things in this way and reclaim this as part of their journey. For me, the artistic presentation and demonstration of this look and this performance was very good for me. And the look itself, I will say, speaking strictly on the garment, it's probably my least favorite thing that C-Facto has worn so far on the show.
Yeah.
Like looking at the garment itself, but the garment is still good. It's colorful. It's got everything that it needs to. So overall, you know, a solid performance from C-Facto, in my personal opinion.
Yes, I agree.
It feels weird to score this. I'm not gonna lie to
Yes,
you.
it does feel weird.
This is the one case in this specific episode where I'm actually going to score just the garment. I know I just said I'm scoring the performance.
Yeah, okay, just the garment. Just the garment.
In this instance, sorry, I'm breaking what I just said. I personally am just scoring the garment.
Yeah. 80.
82.
David also gave this an 82.
Oh, have fun. Have fun. So.
Wonderful.
Next up, Dystopia Monumental, doing body dysmorphia. Oh,
I pretend I do not see.
Next up is Dystopia, who is doing body dysmorphia. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. If you don't understand this joke, go watch our review yet again.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So, as I said in the recap, when like I saw that we were gonna touch on body dysmorphia as like in looks, I got very intrigued because as someone that does suffer from it, I was really intrigued on how they would do it and how like
Me too.
because I had like a way in which I would do it, and so like I feel very connected to this, and I see a lot of what Dystopia was going for. I really understand what she's going for, but I agree with what the judges were saying when it comes to the prosthetics, because the prosthetics do not look great here. They look very messy, and like the body that she has on top, it looks like a bib over an outfit that's already existing.
Yeah.
And I find myself a little bit confused because yes, you are like showing off your naked body, but then there are clothes underneath that naked body, and so it doesn't look correct. It doesn't look like you are naked, which is I think what should have been going on here. It looks like she's wearing a dress with a bib on top of it that has these shapes.
It's like she's going to the office, but also is showing off her naked body.
Yeah, it's
this like beautiful fit and flare skirt. Oh, but also body dysmorphia.
Yeah. So
no shade, Dystopia. I love you.
Yeah,
girl.
Dystopia.
You know
I love you so much. And like the way I wish what she would have done instead is she would have just, if she wanted to have a skirt, I wish the skirt was the same color as the body, and actually she would have
skin skirt.
Yeah, and she would have like dragged herself as she was like a slug.
Oh, that would have been good.
Because that's immediately what comes to mind. Something very similar to this, but like the bulging areas of fat and like the like drooping of it, but then you're also like a slug that's just like crawling on the ground, kind of disgusting, full of like moistness. Like that's what I wanted to see from this, and like of course that is what I would have done, and I understand that Dystopia thinks differently, so she's not going to do the same thing, but maybe something around those like little details could have been changed to make it look even better, because here it just is missing just the cleanliness that I feel like should have been had for this.
Yeah, this is the only miss Dystopia's had so far. Like I've really liked both of her other looks. I wouldn't say this is a total miss though. I do like the concept a lot. The performance was a little, stumbly. I do really appreciate them going for a more female form character. I like that we're seeing that now 2 weeks in a row. I really do appreciate that they're trying to lean a little bit more Kween in their aesthetic and trying some different things. Like I really do appreciate that, and trying to work around still having the beard and doing things like that. Like the innovation from Dystopia is really, really cool, and I do appreciate that. Now, with all that being said, the prosthetic was a little off. The bodysuit situation that we have going on for the actual body dysmorphia situation is a little weird. It kind of just looks like potatoes on her body. Which, hey, I love a potato.
But not for this.
Potato. Not on the body, but I do love a potato. She kind of looks like if the Hamburglar lost all its color.
The Hamburglar? Hold on.
But like a little bit. No, I'm thinking of the wrong character. What's
Yeah,
the
that's what I
purple
was
one?
like. Wait, hold on.
The purple one.
Grimace?
Oh God, this is nude Grimace.
Oh
This is
my
nude Grimace.
god.
This is nude Grimace in a fit and flare skirt.
But the thing is, you're not wrong, but Grimace
I
has a better
know.
body shape. So,
Oh,
you
Dystopia girl, I'm
damn.
sorry.
Yeah, we love you, Dystopia. It didn't work this time. Sorry.
Yeah, it wasn't the week for you, gal. But scores?
62.
Oh yeah, 63.
David gave this 58.
Oh no. Yeah, it does make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Sandovalisima.
Doing animal hoarding.
Yes.
Which is wild. This one was one of the ones that I had to look up because I didn't know what it meant. And once I figured it out, I was like, oh, okay, so we're going for a crazy cat lady that just is obsessed with her cats. Okay. And it works. It works. It does give me like what she's going for, which is like, oh, I am a lady that has an obsession with cats and that likes to be surrounded by animals at 24 hours of the day. Uh, yeah, it works. She looks like a mixture. She looks witchy, but she also looks like Gen Z witchy. Like
Yes.
she
100%.
she looks like a witch that just stole the outfit out of a Gen Z girl and just put on
Well, she is, so that tracks, honestly.
Yeah, so it makes sense. But like, if we were going for Gen Z, maybe not with the wrinkles, but you know what? It still gives what it's trying to give. It's still like, like the very stereotypical, like crazy cat, old cat lady, which I wish it could have been a little more morbid, more monster, but at the
Yeah.
same time, she looks good. She looks good. And like I did enjoy watching her throw the cats around the stage. I thought it was funny. And it was silly and it was stupid. And yeah, I think I'll give her props, as I said. I think she looks good, and I think the more and more that we move through the competition, the more and more she sticks in my brain. So
Yeah.
I do want to see her improve even more. So hopefully next week she really stands out.
Yeah. Sandovalisima! Finally! I'm so happy I finally have something positive to say about her on the runway!
Yeah.
Yes! I'm really happy with this, girl. I'm so, so, so happy with this. I do agree. I think it could have been a little bit more morbid. I think it could have been, I definitely think it could have gone a little bit further, but this was a really good showing. I really enjoyed this. I think the hair is great. The makeup here,
really good.
The makeup is really good. I also loved it. She went kind of camp this week, and I really did not expect that out of Sandovalisima. I was really impressed here. Like, truly impressed. Yeah, the outfit could have been a little bit bigger. There could have been, there's a lot of ways to improve this. But overall, I'm really happy with where she was at with this look and this performance. And I thought she did a great job.
I agree.
Scores.
73.
79.
Fair. David gave this a 65, so I guess
well,
you with us. But we love you, Sandovalisima.
Great job. Great job, Guru.
Good job.
Next up, Androgina Godhell, representing dissociative identity disorder.
Yes. I think this is a very, very smart way to do dissociative identity, to do DID, because we have a very like stereotypical way of thinking about it, and I think this idea of using masks as the altars works really well. It shows like a lot of creativity, and it still like looks good. My only thing is that I wish the outfit in and of itself, like the dress, wasn't giving me straitjacket, and it was something different. Because the same way that I felt about Luxie and that I felt about fucking Rico, I feel about here. Like it's the most basic thing that you could have done with the like straitjacket. I still think she looks good, and I think that like the message does come across. It works really well, and the masks are good. I don't agree with the judges when them saying that the mask, but like the makeup on the face wasn't giving what it should have been given, because for me it was giving like, oh, I am wearing nothing on my face because this is the face that I like. This is just one of the altars, and I'm putting the mask on top of that.
Yeah.
So it is the altars that are also taking over, like, and controlling. So for me, it made sense. It made sense. I wish he did play around a little bit more with the masks. I wish it would have been more fun to have this, like this difference of like, oh, this altar that I have is young, and so she's skipping around the stage and stuff
she
like
did
that.
do a little bit of that.
But I wanted a little bit more because I think it was just
fair.
a little, like it wasn't giving me enough. I feel like this is one of the times in which the performance could have been even longer, and I would have been okay with that.
No, that's completely fair. That's completely fair. This was my favorite look of the night, actually.
Fair.
I really, really like Androgina after that first week has really just shown up and shown out these last 2 weeks, and I'm so happy to see it. The way this was presented, this mechanism with the masks is just so clever.
Yes.
Like it is one of the coolest things I've ever seen on a drag program, honestly. Like it was so cool. I understand what you are saying about, the performance being a little bit bigger, but I actually think the way that she did it was just right for the performance, with the spinning and then like putting one mask back and then adding another one on and then kind of like revealing the character within. It was so theatrical. It was so fluid. It was so like not a moment was lost in the performance. Everything flowed so gorgeously. Like it really took me on a journey and a story. Like the whole ensemble was just so good. I understand what you and the judges were saying about the kind of blank makeup and the white dress, and I understand all of that. I like that as kind of this blank canvas to which these masks kind of adopt themselves onto in this story. I got it fully. I loved every moment of it. I didn't want anything changed necessarily. Elevated, maybe? Absolutely. I think every performance can be elevated just a little bit further. But this knocked my socks off, Androgina. Well done, girl. Scores.
85.
98.
Damn. David gave this a 90. So I am the hater here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Work, David.
Even then, I do like it.
Yeah. Next up, Miss Maely Fish, who is giving also schizophrenia.
Yeah. I mean, I think Maely really had an advantage here because she went after Luxie. And after seeing Luxie's look, and since they're both talking about the same subject, it's very clear that Maely did a better job here.
Yeah.
It's just better, unfortunately. And the fashion of it is also really cool. I think the silhouette of this is super fun and super interesting because it's still giving very high femme like outfit, but it is still giving me that morbid, scary horror kind of look that is exactly what I want to see from a category like this. I think the masks in like that are running down the body look great. I think the news with the face on it is also really smart and really interesting to see. I like the makeup. I really like the messy hair. I think the performance was also really good. This is definitely up there for me. This is definitely one of my favorites. I think Maely did such a good job. And I also think that the thing that really helped her out here is the fact that this is the best week so far that we've seen of her. And this is really the first time that we've seen her as monstrous as she is. So I think that really, really helped her out this week. So well done, Maely. You really proved us why you're here.
Miss Maely. Miss Maely.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Girl, you shut me the hell up. You shut me the hell up. Girl, I love this.
Yes.
I love this. I love this. Like, it's great. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
I do know why you were cast now, girl. I do. I see it now. I do.
Sound the alarms, everybody.
I know. She's a pretty girl and she can do monster.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you, Maely.
Good job.
Yeah, the dress is absolutely gorgeous. The way that this mask loops around her is absolutely gorgeous. All of the masks down the dress is just, it's so sinister and it's so gorgeous. The way she walked this runway was stunning. Mm-hmm. The one critique that I have is there were a few of the movement she was doing, like the mouth thing where she was like, I don't need some of that. Like, some of it felt a little childish for me in the presentation. I'm like, some of that doesn't necessarily fit the character you're going for schizophrenia. But otherwise, I can't really critique this that much because, girl, you did what you needed to do this week. And I'm really happy with what I saw from Maely. I'm really happy with it.
Good job, Maely. Finally. Yes.
Girl. Scores.
I'm going to be nice. 90.
Oh, I gave her a 93.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm like, I gave her
an 84, so that's why I thought I was being nice.
No, I'm like, I gave her a damn good score that, you know, she deserves. Absolutely, she deserves a damn good score. I've been real hard on her too, so that, you know, I did bump her up a couple more. I did. I'm not gonna lie to you. Good job, Maely. And she wasn't last. We're talking about her in the middle. Yay! Can we put Luxie somewhere in the middle this time?
I mean, wasn't Luxie first week somewhere in the middle?
Somewhere in the middle, and then the last 2 weeks she's been first.
Yeah, can we put her like close to the end this time around?
Maybe. Like, I don't know. Maybe Maely first. I don't know. Next week, who knows? Next up, Satan, my baby, my baby.
Doing Misophilia, I believe.
Yes.
I mean, this is sexy, but also like so gross. It's also so gross. It just truly, like, Lord, when the sticker came out, I got scared because I was like, I don't know what you're gonna do, girl, but like, there's a right thing. There, you could do so many wrong things.
There's a right thing and there's a wrong thing, Satan.
Exactly.
And we need Miss Mama.
And when he laid down,
the right thing.
When he laid down and she took a squat. And then I just saw brown on that man's chest. I was disgusted in such a good way. Absolutely. In such a good way. Because that's exactly what, like, at first I was like, okay, it's giving sexy, it's still giving dirty. We're like sniffing the underwear and being nasty and dirty. Okay. But then she took a shit on the man, and I was like, yes, absolutely. Yep. This is exactly what I needed. Because my first critique was gonna be, I think it's a little too clean for it to be misophilia. But
Nope.
then she shat on that man, and I was like, yep, nope, this is great. This works. This works really well. It's really good. It's really good, and it's still sexy, so it works. It just works.
I mean, that's my baby right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's my baby right there.
Yes, Satan.
This was so good, Satan. This was so good. So proud. So proud. Love every single thing about this look. The wig, the leather, the ass. Can we talk about the ass?
It's so good.
Can we talk? Good. Can we talk about the ass? I would like to talk about the ass for a little bit. Satan, yeah. The ass is good, baby.
Oh,
yeah, the leather is good. I love the spiked cod piece. That's also very, very good. The thong fringe.
Wild.
Never in my life did I think I'd be saying thong fringe. But the thong fringe is very well done. The whole performance was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
She walked out and I said, oh, my baby can do king too?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, we're not playing up here in the MorbiDrags today.
Absolutely.
Okay. Got it. Work. Understood.
Yes.
She understood the assignment.
Absolutely.
She understood the assignment here on this day. And for that, I have to say, she did what needed to be done. Period.
Good job.
Scores.
Scoring is tough because I'm looking at my top 4. Fuck.
I know.
88.
You know what? I did say Androgina was my favorite, and Androgina is damn good. But you know what? When it's good, baby. It's full.
There you go.
My baby gets that full. And she deserves it. And,
good job.
Yeah. Period.
David gave this a 90. So
work.
We're all pretty high.
That's basically a full from David. So
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So good job, Maely. You said. Why did I say Maely? The thing is that in the spreadsheet,
because she's a pretty girl.
She's a pretty girl. And also, Maely is right above Satan. So
we just talked about Maely. So yes, that tracks.
Yeah. So Satan, good job, Satan. I am so sorry. I'm going to.
That's my baby. Yes.
I'm going to run away now. I am so ashamed.
No, it's fine. No, you can't run away. We have to talk about Gouda.
Okay, fine. We have to talk about Gouda. Gouda is doing agitated depression, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. I liked this idea, and I saw what she was doing with the performance with all of the trash that she brought on the stage. I got it because as someone that also has depression, sometimes you just forget to take care of yourself and your surroundings, and then you notice that you're just surrounded by trash, and you're just like, oh shit. So I got it immediately, and I also understood like this stabbing of the trash and like everything. I think this is a good look. I think this is the most like the prettiest she's looked so far. Like she looks damn pretty here, and I think so far we've seen Gouda as either monsters or something more like campy, and I think this is the more glamorous side of Gouda that we've seen, and I really enjoy that. I don't know if the actual dress in and of itself and the performance is fully giving me depression in and of itself. It is giving me aggression, that's for sure. It is violent, and for that I do give her props. But I think she just took a really tough task of doing two things that of course are intertwined but are kind of hard to express separately and at the same time. So it was tough. It was tough. I got, as I said, I got the agitated part of this, but I didn't fully get the depression part of this, other than the fact that there was trash there. Because when you're depressed, you don't take care of yourself. So I got it. I just don't think the execution was perfect, but I still like this.
Yeah. I like this. I like the interpretation, mostly because the addition of the trash, I think, was very good. I think the performance of this was very good, kind of coming out. I really like all of the spikes almost coming out like needles. Like, because it does, as someone that also has dealt with depressive moments, not formally diagnosed with depression, but like has some experience with it. For me, in instances, it has kind of felt a little bit like needles and a little bit like that kind of like caged in kind of feeling. So I really resonated with this, honestly. So like having this like physical barrier around her, I really resonated with in this specific performance. I really liked having her kind of like almost collapsing then with the trash coming down. Like, I thought the overall performance was really good. What I want to also commend her on is I love that we got a soft mug from Gouda.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I was so gooped. I was so Gouda gooped and gagged by Miss Gouda here. I was like, okay, versatility.
Yeah.
And she looked so good in a soft mug too. I was so happy to see it.
Yeah.
Like, baby, you look good in a soft mug. Like, it was good. There was still a little bit of, the artistic detailing, and I do love that. I'm a big fan of that. So overall, I thought everything was good with this. I things could have been elevated for sure with the overall ensemble, but I'm not mad at any part of this at all. I think the performance was good. The garment is good. The overall impression for me for Miss Gouda was good this week.
Yeah, I agree.
Scores.
I know I praised her. The score now feels really low for how much I praised her. I did give her a 78.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it feels a little low.
Yeah, like speaking it, I was like, huh. You know what? 80.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. I'm gonna give her an 85. I think she did a really great job this week.
Yeah, and David is a hater who gave this 67.
I don't understand David. I don't get it. David, comment below. Why do you hate Gouda? Quickly.
I mean, Gouda, I need you to show up. I need you to give us more, like...
Gouda, comment below.
Yes. Also, I need production to give Gouda airtime. I need my girl to have some airtime.
I need more Gouda great confessionals, please.
Yeah, Gouda, I need you to either do some crazy shit, or I need production to start giving Gouda some attention.
Please. I love Gouda. Gouda is my confessional queen.
That's her.
Gouda is my confessional queen. I love Gouda. Gouda and, honestly, Maely are my confessional queens.
And Satan, hello?
Oh my god, and Satan! How could I forget my baby Satan?
Anyways, let's move on.
Yes. Next up, don't you do that like that. Next up is Ambrose Lugosi, you shady bitch.
Ambrose is doing body integrity identity disorder.
Yes. Which I was not aware of until this episode, actually.
I had heard about this disorder before. I had just forgotten about it. Because I did live in a world where, like, in the true crime world and in the conspiracy theory world, and there are some cases in which, like, some people sometimes do that, or like there's at some point somewhere in the internet was like there was a girl that was like, I want to amputate both of my arms and get prosthetics. And so I had heard about this before from the internet and from like a few cases before, but like I think this performance was good. I like this performance. I will say that this performance, I think, is one of the best that Ambrose has given us.
Indeed.
When we started cutting off the arm and the blood started coming out, I thought that was a really intense moment that really worked. I do agree with the judges, though. It did feel like after like that, all of the screaming and the pain that comes with cutting off your arm, it seemingly did come later after cutting off the arm. So that's not a great thing to do.
Yeah.
Um, and the actual look in and of itself does leave a lot to be desired, because it is just like this medical like gown with a mustache and some lines on your face to try and make it look like you're older, which doesn't really work. It looks just I agree with what the judges were saying a lot when it comes to the makeup as well. It just didn't translate what I think we were trying to translate. Um, but as I said, I think the performance was really good. There were some little things here and there, like of course the arm looks fake, but I cannot blame you for it looking fake. Like that's the least of my worries. I would have been more worried if it looked real. Um, I think the taping of the arm was a little messy, and I think once the blood got on the body, it looked really diluted, which was a little bit of an issue.
Yeah.
But I'm just nitpicking here the performance because the performance was really good. Uh, and this is what I have issues with Ambrose, because the performance was really good, but the look is not good in any way, shape, or form, unfortunately. So I am struggling to figure out how to really score this.
Yeah. Okay. I know I've been on here and I've been a little hard on Miss Ambrose recently in the last two episodes. I was very impressed with Miss Ambrose in this episode. This is my personal favorite of the three performances we've gotten from her so far. So I do want to give her props. There are still a lot of things that I would like to see improved. I think the makeup is an improvement, but I do agree with what the Conclave was saying. I would like to see, some blending. I would like to see a little bit more nuance in the makeup, some more detailing in the makeup. There just needs to be a little bit more improvement here. I did like seeing a male character for Ambrose as well. I'm glad we're seeing, we're seeing a little bit more king characterization. We're seeing more than just female representation on the show, and I do love to see that. So I'm glad we are seeing we're seeing a bit more representation in that way. Love the special effects with the arm. The arm itself left a little bit to be desired. However, the actual effect was good. The acting did need some work. Needed a little bit of work. The look was non-existent. But, yeah, it's like the problem is the performance was pretty solid, that it's just like, but overall, good. Scores.
58. I'm sorry.
Improvement in performance for sure. 65.
David gave this a 62.
Okay. Party.
Makes sense. Okay.
Oh. Well. So next up is Aradia. And unlike the Conclave, for no reason, I guess we kind of will give it critique.
Yeah,
I still think that's bullshit, but
she is doing Paranoia, specifically inspired by the artwork of Sean Cross. which for those of you who do not know who Sean Cross is, he's the person that did those very like iconic drawings of mental illness issues with like several other um, mental illnesses, and paranoia is this one, which makes sense if you're looking at my screen. Um, so I see what we're going for, and I see, of course, the reference to Sean Cross, and I really appreciate giving like credit to Sean for inspiring this
Yes.
look. I really, really appreciate that. However, the issue with
Comma.
the issue with referencing such an iconic artist, in my opinion, like because whenever I do think of like the very typical mental illness art, I do think of Sean Cross's art, even though I did not know his name before this. Um, it's just the fact that these looks, at least for me, or these art pieces are very, very iconic, and so it's very hard to live up to them. And then it's the fact that it's very messily made. The eyes on the wires aren't, there's too little of them. I think only five of them wasn't enough. I feel like if we were really going to be inspired by this, I wanted to see 15 eyes all kind of wiggling like tentacles and not just kind of falling around with what very obviously is wire. Um, I think the bodysuit is very underwhelming. Like the bottom half of it feels very much like a performance look that I would see a lot of like pop girlies wear, like the legs. Like I truly think if you have seen our Eurovision coverage, this feels very much like what Sara Bonici wore in her performance of Loop. This is very similar to what like Dua Lipa has been wearing
Yeah.
on her performances, like from the waist down. It's
Yep.
leaving a lot to be desired. And then I don't think the makeup works. It's I don't know what we're going for. I get that in the piece, half of the face is obscured, so maybe we're going for that, but it just doesn't
I
work
think so.
here because it looks green. It doesn't look like shadow. It looks like something's overtaking half of your face and it's just green. I don't know. It just doesn't work for me, unfortunately. And the more I look at it, the less I like it. And it feels so fucked because I love Aradia so much, but this is just not working. This just doesn't work.
Yeah, I know she had issues getting everything to filming. I still think it's fucked that, because she didn't have everything there, like everyone penalized her. Like I don't get that. With all that being said, this is not anything really, unfortunately. The performance though, I'm gonna give her props for the performance because the performance itself was very good, I have to say. The flitting back and forth felt, that performance of it was very good. I did actually like the mirror smashing. I thought it made sense for me personally. I'm not someone that has experience with paranoia. But it made sense for me. It made sense for the character. But the look is just unfortunately not really there.
Yeah.
So
Fair.
I'm gonna feel real bad with this score.
Yeah, it sucks. Aradia, I really want to give you a high score, but I can't today. It's a 53 for me. I'm sorry.
Oh, you both are more generous than I'm gonna be. Because David also gave this a 53. Aradia, I love you. I adore you. I think you're great. I'm gonna give this a 27.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Like,
It's
all respect, all love. It is what it is.
yeah, that's fair. I could go lower, but
If the performance wasn't good, baby, it would be lower. But the performance was good. I'm giving you extra props because the performance was very good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. And last up, Sattiva Lean, who was doing body dysmorphia as
Body
well.
dysmorphia yet again.
Allegedly.
Yeah, because
Sorry, girl.
Yeah, because when I saw like Sattiva Lean and I saw in the corner body dysmorphia, I was like, okay, we're doing another one. I'm very interested to see how this goes. And then this walked out, and I was immediately super confused. And I was like, wait, hold on. Did I read it wrong? Was it like body euphoria? Are we just super confident about our bodies? And then I read right, and I was like, no, it is body dysmorphia. So what are we doing here? And like for the first half of the performance, I was really confused because she's like doing the performance of, oh, I'm the pageant girl that just won something, and I feel very good. Like I am presenting as if I feel really great. But then I walk off stage and then I come back and, oh no, the reality is that I have several issues with my body and I make myself throw up. I think this performance definitely gave a story, that's for sure. And it gave the story of someone that does have bulimia. I don't know if body dysmorphia, but I guess those do go hand in hand. Um, it's just the fact that like the actual look in and of itself does not give body dysmorphia in any way, shape, or form. In fact, it makes her body look great. Like she looks really good in this outfit. And what I feel very similar to what I said in the review. This just feels like a look that she already had that she put on, and then she was like, I'm gonna make it work for this category. It just wasn't giving me what I wanted it to give. It let me down both in the performance and in the look. So I was just really frustrated with this.
Yeah. Yeah, Miss Mama. I'm sorry, girl. It didn't resonate with me in the way that I wanted it to. I like the monster character we're presenting here. I'm starting to get Sativa's character a little bit more in her like POV. Like it feels a little like elevated Monster High doll, and I do really like that. I like that aesthetic. I like that kind of POV for drag. It does work for this kind of character, like Miss Morbi. I really liked the presentation of this look until we couldn't get, the payoff for the whole presentation. Hinging everything on that is a risk. I'm glad she took the risk. I will give her major props for taking the risk. It's a big swing and a big miss, unfortunately, in that regard for me, which did lead to her, being condemned. And I do understand that, though I would have had someone else personally.
Yeah, that's right.
The look itself is, a cute little dress. And some cute purple hair. The makeup could have been blended a little bit more for my personal liking. But, hey, it is what it is. I don't do drag. So, hey, why the fuck am I talking about makeup necessarily? Frankly, because I've been studying drag for 8-10 years.
Yeah.
So whatever. But yeah, the pieces just weren't all put together for me, unfortunately, for Miss Sattiva here. Yeah. So. Scores.
This is gonna be really mean, but I think Sattiva was the one that let me down the most. So 40.
I'll give her a 52.
David gave this 63.
Oh, okay. Well, that's sweet of David.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is that on that for this occasion. So thank you for joining us for this Look Over Here episode for MorbiDrags. We will be back next week with episode 4. Like I said, make sure to check out our recap if you have not already. Make sure to subscribe here. We've got some lovely stuff coming out. Soon enough, it'll be just MorbiDrags and some cool one-off videos. So stay tuned for that. We very well might get back into our La Masraga refilled. So season 2 of La Masraga probably will be on the horizon very soon. So Mexican drag fans, you will be fed. Y'all will be fed up in here. So make sure to subscribe, like, and share. Check out the description below where you can find all of our audio podcast links, as well as our other YouTube channels, our Patreon, our social media, and where you can get your merch, including but not limited to cup, mug. And with all that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. So cheers.
Cheers.